So we did expand. We survived COVID. And to survive COVID, we really started focusing on distribution. And when we got opened back up after the various shutdowns, we realized that with our small brew house that trying to do distribution and fill the tap room was not going to work. So we had to either decide to drop distribution and focus back on the tap room, or expand and do both. So after much talking it over with Teresa and myself, we went ahead and dove in head first into the expansion. What we did is we took over the unit next to us and just built out a bigger brewing space so we can install a bigger brew house and more fermenters. And then it also just over doubled the size of the tap room and gave us our second patio that helps out in the summer. This is a big outdoor mecca in the summer. We have the bike path that goes right by the building here. So the more outdoor seating you have, the better. So we started out with 2,500 square foot. That was our original footprint. With the expansion, we expanded out to 6,000 square foot. It triples our production capacity. We were maxed out at about 380 barrels a year. Now we'll be able to brew about 1,300 barrels a year. And then as far as the tap room is concerned, the biggest problem we had, especially during the summer, was we'd constantly see on the weekend people walk up to the door, see how busy we were, and turn around to leave. We're hoping that that won't happen. The other thing it allows is private events. We always had to close the tap room down for private events. Now we can have a private event on one side, keeping it open to the public on the other. And we got more taps. We went from 12 taps to 26 taps. So I get to brew different kinds of beer, which is really exciting. We expanded the number of mainstays. We usually kept about 4 or 5 of the same beer on at all time. We moved that up to 8. But our goal, as always, has always been to be kind of an eclectic brewer. We really try not to focus on the trendy styles and instead do a really good job of each style that we try to bring to our clientele. So we have pale ales and New Englands and stouts, but we also really got into the lagers lately. We just did a Hellas Fox Valley lager that is flying off the taps and tastes very good. Our Mexican lager, Cesar Chavez, is back on. We just put a Maybach on. So we're really getting into expanding the other options. And then the nice thing is when we move to the new brew house is that our old brew house is going to be our pilot system. So we'll be able to do some more one-off beers where we're only doing a couple kegs of them. So if they're not super popular, we could still brew them and enjoy them and give a different taste compared to our mainstays that we're brewing on the bigger system. So yeah, so Black and Gray is a tattooing style. My wife and I are both into tattoos. I think Teresa's up to 17 or 19 of them now. But our color motif, and I can take no credit for this whatsoever because I can't tell you what 2 colors look good at all. It's all Teresa. So the aesthetic of the tap room is definitely Teresa's brainchild, but gray, black, and then tattoo type are up on the walls, kind of showing off that black and gray styling. We're working on putting up some of the wall hangings that we're going to do for the brewery in the new space here. And since everything in here is a hard surface, we have a little problem with echoing. So we bought some acoustical panels and we're covering them with some tapestry art that fits our motif with the Black and Gray brewing style. And so yeah, I'm learning how to be a fabric manipulator here, which is, a new skill that I've just started learning. Long hair Chris said I should work at Joanne Fabrics.
And you still got the same brewer?
We still have long hair Chris. Our jack of all trades, master of all trades. Chris has been with us since day one. Chris has taken over most, if not all, of the brewing processes. I've kind of transitioned more into a role of being a director of the brewery space. Chris brews probably about 99% of the beer that we make now, and he does an outstanding job, and we're lucky to have him. We started out before COVID just doing 3 barrels, so about 159 gallons of barrel-aged beer. We doubled that last year to 6 barrels, And then now that we have more space to store the barrels, we're hoping to grow that even more and be able to offer barrel-aged beers throughout the year, not just, during the Imperial Stout season. I'm really looking forward to doing some Saisons and some wine barrels. I'm really looking forward to that. And kind of branching out from the basic, Imperial Stout in a bourbon barrel. So you can see the old floor where the cooler used to end. So the cooler used to run to the back of the building kind of long ways. So the cooler ended right here, and then you can see where it cut in, and then where that door was a hallway. So one of the things we do was we definitely did not have enough cooler space. So that was one of the big points of the expansion. And of course, as soon as we got more cooler space, we filled it. It's kind of like money.
Yeah.
The more money you have, the more money you use. So. We are located right down on the square in East Dundee. Our address is 311 Barrington. We're on the north end. So if you're coming in on 72, go north on River Street until it dead ends. It runs right into our building. We got plenty of parking behind the building. A lot of people don't realize that. There's a municipal parking lot behind us. And, we're here Monday through Sunday during the summer. 3 to 10 on the weekdays and noon to midnight on Fridays and Saturdays until 7 p.m. on Sunday.